I think this is really important that your attitude, it kind of connects a little bit with what Wayne was just saying, but your attitude is contagious. And it kind of goes back to where I started with the Numbers chapter 13 and Numbers chapter 14.
Yep.
If you read that story, those spies, they fed off of each other.
True.
The negativity escalated because one person said this and it impacted another person and it impacted another person. And before you know it, they had convinced themselves. So, people can catch our attitudes. Just like they can catch a cold from us.
Yep.
So I think a good question to think about is what positive attitudes do people catch from you, and what negative attitudes do people catch from you?
Yeah.
The idea of changing the environment. Wayne, have you ever come into an environment that was negative and you were able to plug into it and bring a lift? Or more so with leaders. If you're the person of authority coming into a room and you're kind of in a bad mood, or you're kind of negative, all of a sudden, man, the room gets real cold.
Yeah. Yep.
And so think about the fact that your attitude is, my phone's ringing right here. Your attitude is contagious. And I just had this thought a minute ago, just the idea of, I think something that I'm constantly working on is catching thoughts. Because I think I believe your thoughts turn into attitudes.
Right.
And so if we back it up a touch in terms of what are you thinking? How are you thinking about yourself? How are you thinking about your marriage? How are you thinking about your children? How are you thinking about your problems, your business? Like what are you thinking? Because I think your thoughts turn into attitudes, and attitudes turn into
actions.
Actions, right? So there's a couple of things that I'm feeling a little defeated about right now, or feeling a little negative about right now. So I'm trying to catch my thinking about those thoughts, because I don't think the Lord is thinking negative about those things, or thinking defeat thoughts about those things. So I'm trying to catch my thoughts, root them back into what Christ says about me or says about that situation. And I think it's working a little bit. It's helping me a little bit. So catching your thoughts, I think, is a huge...
Is that one of the ways you self-regulate? Like, normally, are you asking yourself questions like, okay, what's false about what I just thought?
Right.
Like, what's the lie in that?
Right, yeah. I think so. I think you have to stop and think about what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Or why would I be in a bad mood about this? Right. Like, just to stop and ask yourself, why would I have a negative attitude toward this? I shouldn't. Maybe it's problematic and I have to fix it, but I get to fix it. I get to.
Right.
It's something that we can adjust. It's something that we can. I don't know if that makes sense, but
no.
Why do I have a bad? I mean, I think that's a great question. Why do I have a bad attitude?
Yeah. I'm tracking with you on it.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm really self-aware, so I'm always asking myself questions on like, oh man, what is triggering this, or what's making me, antsy? And
right.
Sometimes I just gotta sit in the car before you go into the office and play another song, or
right.
call somebody that's going to help you regulate your attitude back to the place that it needs to be.